Nice. Okay. This is a radar note. So speaking of fancy serial numbers, what's up guys? Let's go through my pocket money in this video and see if we find anything that is worth more than its face value. So let's just jump into it. Series 2017, a huge run of bills. The way that you can look your notes up is, of course, you can go to my site, varietyerrors.com, or you can go to mycurrencycollection.com. I don't have an affiliation with them, but they've been around for years, and you can look up your serial numbers on your notes, and it'll give you a bunch of info on them on whether or not they are a less or more rare note. But other things to look for is going to be print issues, ink issues, fancy serial numbers, so stuff with patterns in the serial number. If you watch any of my other videos, I love star notes or replacement notes. Those are going to have the star at the end. And that's when they replace a note when it has damage to it during production. Interesting fact, the serial number on a star note is generally not the one on the note that it replaced. So kind of cool. Nothing those first two, and I'll go quicker through these others. Series 2013, $5 note. Nothing in the serial number front. Keep an eye out around these repetitious fives. That forms a little anti-counterfeiting measure known as Urian. But more importantly, you can get some ink issues and misprints. Kind of a wonky printed 0 there. 900 with a little excess ink. That one's not much, but if you find ones where portions of the digit are filled in, that's going to be an excessive ink error and usually can be worth a few bucks over the face value of the bill. 2013 $1 note. 2013 notes, a lot of them have an over ink on the third digit. I don't count that as an error or something that commands anything over face value. So just a little note. Nothing on the back. Very close to a broken ladder if we would have had one digit difference in there instead of double fives. If we would have had a 1 in there or an 8, we would have had a broken ladder. So not in order, but all the digits needed to be in order. If they're in order, which is called a true ladder, those are always worth a few times the face value of the note. So keep an eye out definitely for those. Little bit of over ink here on the 9. You can see that all the way from there. I won't even move the bill. 2019, well, can't read. 2009 series, $1 note. A little bit of a shift in the seal up, but nothing too crazy. Really beat up, so condition makes it hard to find anything on that one. 2017A. This is just damage. Either from the little counting machine at the bank, it leaves these little teeth marks on there. So don't confuse that with like a misprint or ink issue. A little bit of repetition going on, 4s and 1s. A lot of people ask me about that, unless you have really just 3 digits in the serial number, but more importantly 2. When it comes to repeaters, those are known as binary notes because of 2 digits. And those are usually worth a pretty good premium over face value if they form a kind of repetitious pattern. So those are a good thing to keep an eye out for. But just a couple digits being the same is not going to get you anything over face value. 2017 series. Again, this is a really large run. Nothing on the back, but keep an eye out around the seals. Those are good places for issues. Really beat up $1 note. All this stuff here is just damage. It's, you know, through the camera, it might look like it could be ink issues, but it is in fact just wear and tear from being used in circulation for transactions and stuff. Serial number is a little high. It's sitting just a little high, but unless it's touching the seal up here, or it is obscuring another portion of the note, or it's just way off, that's not going to be an error. Also keep in mind, look at the actual print of the overall note. If they're shifted over, this one a little bit, up and to the left a little bit, you can usually tell by the fat margins on the note. Those are Gonna usually get a little bit of a premium over face value if they're sitting on the total edge. Those are a misaligned print. Hey, nice. Okay, this is a radar note. So speaking of fancy serial numbers, I really like it. 5338 8335. So this is what I'm talking about. As far as you can read this forward to backward, backward to forward. You got nice repetition in the middle there. The bill itself is a little beat up, so the condition's going to take away from a potentially higher premium when selling this thing. But I have sold a lot of radar notes. I've gotten lucky and got a couple star notes that are radar notes. Those, for dollar bills, I've sold easily for around $20, if not more, depending on condition. This $10 note, it being kind of beat up, which, you know, in this video, it looks pretty decent, but if you're holding it in person, you can see, especially right there, how beat up this thing is. Now, if I had to venture a guess to value for it, I could probably still get, you know, around $30 to the right person, in my opinion, maybe more to the right collector, but 25, 30 bucks is what I would expect to get for a nice little radar like this one. But you can let me know if you've had better luck in the comments selling your radar notes, because hey, I think they're awesome. Look at it. Really cool serial number. And I'm going to set that one aside. All right. More repetition. Really cool. I always like the way the 4s are printed here. That's kind of random to say, but it really looks cool to me when there's especially 7s or 4s in repetition in a serial number. Nothing there. 2017. We'll probably start seeing the 2021 notes rolling out in circulation more and more regularly over the next year or so. Only difference in those is there's going to be different signatures on them. Other than that, ones haven't gone through any graphics changes at all in like 60 years. Nothing there. Getting down there, last couple of notes, like 3 or 4 notes left. I'm stoked about that radar note, though. 2017A. Little bit of a shift here. You can see it kind of shifted over. Unless it's sitting off the word 1, I don't really consider them, you know, any more valuable than, in this case, $1. Another $10 note. Couple of 9s, couple of 6s. This one's worse condition than that radar one we'll look at again at the end of the video. And nothing on the back. Really beat. Bunch of 4s again. So nice little triple 4s, but nothing in the rest of the serial number for me to hold on to. Even if we would have had, like, say, 4s and 5s, that would have been that binary note I was talking about. Even with 1 0 in there, a trinary, which isn't really valuable, but more collectible. But you're really looking for either really good pattern trinary numbers, like 4 5s and 3s or something, but all clumped together. Or in this case, if we would have had 4s and 5s, binary serial number, that would have been cool. Nothing on the back. I think we're down to the last one, guys. A little bit of weird stuff going on with a little stray ink in here, but I can't really tell if that's just damage, looks like it, or a pen mark or something. Nothing jumping out on the back of the note. I like to keep an eye around the seals that are printed on the back. There's just more intricate detail. Sometimes you can find some print issues. We came across this in this bill search, though. A really nice radar note. 5338 8335. Like I said, I usually can sell these for around 20, 25, 30 bucks in this condition. Sometimes if they're really, really crisp, you can get more than that for a $10 note to the right collector because people love radar notes. Really, really neat. I like it a lot. I'm going to get it in a protective bill sleeve so it doesn't get more beat up than it already is and get it into my collection. But let me know what you've come across in your coin and banknote searches lately in the comments below. I love reading about it. I will talk to you guys in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.